I don't know if you noticed, all these stories have been about clothes, because in Stitches, when we got the direction, it wasn't like an abstract topic, it was about clothes, which was a really hard thing to come up with a story for. So I just thought about everything I've worn from like the very first thing, which was literally a yarmulke. I shit you not. It was the first thing I pictured wearing, just like a suit and a yarmulke. It was just like the birth fluid was barely dry before they slapped that shit on the top of my head like a date of manufacturing stamp. But that's not relevant to my story at all. That's just something that I couldn't fit into my story that I just wanted to say anyway. There was a time when I was 11 when my mom had me go to school dressed as a cowboy. It wasn't Halloween, it was just like a Tuesday. And the reason she did this is because we were going to move to Wyoming because she thought that's where good, honest people live. Did anyone go to the Grand Slam last year? Yeah. At all? All right. I spoke about this event last time. There are many events that have happened in my life. I just happen to be talking about this one again because it lends itself to things like this. So she was doing the preliminary cultural work for us to move out there, and the fiction she had was that good, honest people live out there, and those people wear cowboy clothes. And so it was boots and Wrangler jeans and just a big fucking belt buckle right there that was just silver as silver can be. And I adopted her idea because she was a single parent. And when you have a single parent, you have one source of information, and you don't get a counter-argument to anything. So if she says, good, honest people live in Wyoming, there's no reason for me to not believe that. I've received no evidence to the contrary. It goes right to the part of my brain where nothing else is written, and no one else is trying to write anything there. So you know, I adopted the idea that, yeah, boots and jeans and the fucking belt buckle would be a great thing to wear. And we got back to California after our visit, and she said, maybe you should wear your clothes to school today. And I just, like, by then I had gotten this, more information, I'd received more information. This was just a disastrous idea. It was just self-evidently terrible. I was like, dude, no, like, I don't think it's a good thing to do. I've received some new information. I think it's really bad. I was 11, so I didn't say a word of that. I probably just pissed myself and started crying. But she's like, no, you're going to do it, because there was no negotiating. The negotiations were always completely imbalanced. And she just pulled like the Jewish mother tactic, which is always something effective, like, if you don't do this thing, I'm not going to your wedding in 20 years. So I wore the clothes to school, and I have no idea what even happened that. There's no climax to the story. It was just a shitty day. It was, all I remember was that the day sucked, and my footsteps were louder than anyone else's. When I stepped, no one else stepped as loudly as that. And that fucking belt buckle, which was just like an archetype of silver. It was just the perfect manifestation of everything silver. Just blinded everybody. But eventually we moved out to Wyoming, and no one wore that stuff. They were all 11. They just wore Nike logos and Jinko jeans, which if you forget what Jinko jeans are, if you don't know what they were like a brand of jeans that was more cylindrical than any brand of jeans had to be. They were the jeans to have. But they didn't wear that stuff out there because they're not fucking crazy. So thank you very much.